So at first, DA only worked on a file system. It only worked locally. I actually used a file system because I didn't have anything else. It was like Node FS.
Right.
So then it was like, okay, got to move it into a server. What does this look like? And so with enough research, and this is pre LLMs, with enough research, I realized that we could sort of kind of fake a tree with S3 prefixes. And so it was like, what's this proved to be like just incredibly insightful, in that we I started saving into S3 and started to like really figure out like, okay, how do we show folders? How do we list, just one level down so we're not just blowing out the whole tree? What does it look like to have an empty folder? Because for prefixes to show in S3, you have to have a file inside the folder. It's like, okay, so what does that look like? And so there was enough. So after doing the research and considering Sling and considering Mongo, um, even I think there was a point where I was like, would Dropbox be an answer? Because this idea, like we still believe this very strongly, which is like in edge delivery is like meet your authors where they are.
Right.
So I was like, ooh, maybe the idea of bringing some of your own service, your own content is a great idea. It's just like the fine print that is the problem. Like a docx file is not a very hospitable environment for the web
Right.
at scale anyways. So ultimately decided, long story short, we're going to say flat HTML files in S3. The HTML file format will be edge delivery minus, we will persist fully qualified image URLs, which was great because then we could reference these little things that we didn't even think about at the time. We could reference other CMSs. So all of a sudden, like when we went to build AEM Assets, it was like kind of laughable because it took like a week to build. It was like, do you have AEM Assets integration? Yeah, we like Adobe
Just do
provided
that
a
together.
front end. Yeah,
Yep.
Adobe provides a micro front end. We had like a 50-line wrapper, if that, or around it. Um, and so what was great is like as long as your image was published, we had it. And so it was like it really actually that particular example was good because it really showed that like we could bring the power of AEM to document based authoring and edge delivery.